This is Biff from Saxon, and we're backstage at KB's in Malmo. We've played here a few times, yeah. Yeah, 5-6 times maybe, maybe more, I don't know. We've had a few guests here actually, we've had a few people here. Ace Bates came to see us here, we've had Mickey D come see us here a few times, we've had, different people, yeah. Yeah, the album's great. I believe the album was #1 in the Swedish charts for 5 days.
Yeah.
And then dropped a bit, so. Yeah,
I love the title, Battering Ram.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
But a good one for you lot, Vikings, definitely. It's a very focused album.
Yeah.
I think it's not so stylistically different. You know, I mean maybe Kingdom of the Cross, but that's a really wacky idea I had, so you can't really count that. But I think the album, I wanted the album to have the first 4 songs to be like, well, like a battering ram really.
Yeah.
And then it gets a bit more melodic later on. I wrote quite a lot of stuff with Nibs originally over a 2-week period, and then the rest of the band joined in later really. So sometimes it's like that. You know, sometimes I'll work with Doug or Paul, sometimes I work with the whole band. But it's sometimes easier to focus when you're working one-on-one, rather than 5 people in a room. Nah, not really. Not on this tour because it's the Battering Ram tour. Sometimes when it's, you know, just a tour, it's quite hard. But we try and squeeze in as many hits as we can, and maybe a couple of different songs as well.
No big fights in the band, fist fights?
No, they just leave it up to me. Lazy bastards. You know, I mean, the thing is that when old songs become, when they're big songs like 747 and Princess of the Night and Denim and Leather, I think when there's people get together, they want to hear them.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a festival thing, you know.
Of course.
I mean, they're big anthemic songs, and people want to hear them, and if people want to hear them, then we're happy to play them, you know. I think the hits, what, you know, we had, it's what keeps us here, the hits. I mean, the new albums are great, but you know, people always go back to the 1980s stuff for reference, you know. Of course. Everybody, even journalists and people always go back to the early big albums and go, oh, you know, it's as good as the early stuff, or it's not as good as the early stuff. So you always have the early big albums, you know, in your sort of career. The first, well, it's difficult because we weren't called Saxon. The first album, 1979. The first tour we did was Motörhead, the Bomber tour, which was 1979.
Yeah.
And the second tour we did was Nazareth, I think. And we did another little tour with Slade. So we were like bouncing around. I mean, Def Leppard were doing one half of the tour and we were doing the other half of the tour because Def Leppard were on the same agency as we were. Cool. So yeah, it was a pretty hectic period, 79, 80 for us. So I think the first gig maybe was with Motörhead as Saxon was, it must have been something like Sheffield City Hall or something like that.
Wow.
You know. We haven't played India yet.
You haven't?
Although we keep getting asked to go there. We haven't played China. We've played pretty much everywhere else, I think. We haven't done Wembley, no. No, we haven't done Wembley. It may be good to do Wembley, I'd like to do Wembley. But I don't think we're big enough to headline Wembley. We'll leave that to Coldplay.